Today, can you guys see the slides? In the first place, can you see the slide? All of you, is it crystal clear? All right. Today we are going to focus on compositions, basically writing. All right, how do you enhance your writing? So, writing has got a lot of paragraphs. So, our focus is to enhance your paragraph. And how can we do that? So that's what we're going to do. It's a very important lesson. So, if this lesson could actually give you a lot of information about how you can improve on writing. All right, so let's go to the next slide. All right, it could be a bit chunky. There's a lot of theory in this. I'll just talk about the key pointers. I'm not going to bore with you just going through the slide, just reading out, but important things. All right, unity, achieving unity and coherence in writing. All right, the important thing is each paragraph, there must be unity. So what is unity? So if you look at it, unity means that each paragraph has only one main idea. That's very important, all right? I'm picking it, hang on. Yes, all right? One main paragraph. One main idea, sorry for that matter, all right? And all the other sentences and details in that paragraph should be supporting the main idea. So remember that each paragraph has only one main idea and you have to support that with either examples or all other details, okay? All right, next, let's go to the next. Okay, you look at the information given to you, if you look at the slides, very chunky. I'm not going to read out everything, but I like the first one. Develop a paragraph around a major idea, which is your main idea. Express this idea in topic sentence. Fair enough. Your first sentence. Make the relationship between the main idea of the paragraph and the thesis. Thesis is basically your writing. All right. It could be you're writing a composition. So you're basically a long piece of writing, basically, or just a writing. Okay, the rest, I'm not that. I think everything is important, but support the main idea of the paragraph with details. I like that, all right? And the rest are all there. You can just read up. We'll give you 30 seconds to just read this up, and then we can actually get more to the practical aspect of things, which is what I like. Because if you want to write a paragraph, this is what you need. All right, peel. All right, have you heard of this, students? Sarabel and Yuliong. Have you come across this word, peel? All right, so you are familiar with this, right? So you look, each paragraph, to have a unified paragraph, you must have this peel thingy in your paragraph. So you know P stands for point. Make a point. E stands for, the purple E stands for evidence. Back it up, support your point with evidence and examples. You should always do that. Explanation. Explain how the evidence supports your point. And last but not least, link this point to the next point, the following paragraph. I like the linking thing because most of the time the paragraphs are disjointed. So how do you link the first paragraph to the second paragraph? I think that would be very interesting. So let's look at this. You must remember this, all right, students? And later you will be doing a fair bit of writing, so it's good for you to actually pay attention. Remember, point, evidence, explain, and link. Okay. The next part is, we know what is unity, unified paragraph, and all those. What is coherence? Coherence is when you write a paragraph, each paragraph must be logical. It should be consistent, and it should show a clear relationship between the parts or points or within the sentences, all right? So that is coherence, all right? So you have a sequence, that's fine. Modified chronology, sometimes a major idea is presented early in the paragraph and supplemented, supported basically. Spatial position of different objects. This one basically you're trying to explain explain things in detail. We will come across a good example later on, and then we can talk about that. Logical form of argument, basically logic based. Some form of logical proof, like a syllogism. Do you know what a syllogism is, both of you? Okay, I give you an example. It goes like this. It is a form of reasoning. Syllogism is a form of reasoning in which a conclusion is drawn. So, for example, an apple is a fruit. All fruit is good. So that is syllogism, all right? From the first sentence, we have derived a conclusion. An apple is a fruit. All fruit is good. So that is syllogism. I can give you another one. All dogs are warm-blooded. All black dogs are mammals. Therefore, all black dogs are warm-blooded. This is another example of syllogism, right? From the earlier information, or they call it the major premise or minor premise, you derive a conclusion, all right? So, okay. Now, I want to look at this. Students, please look at this. This is pretty good. How do you actually write a good paragraph? Okay. Topic sentence. Our journey was filled with misfortune and bad luck. Okay, interesting. So that is your topic sentence. So let's see a first liner. Our journey was filled with misfortune and bad luck. How do you support it? You see, look at the second pointer. After the car broke down, we had to walk several miles before we saw a shelter that served food. You see, now you spoke about shelter, right? In your previous sentence, the next sentence talks about shelter. You see, it's been connected. So when you do paragraphs, it's good at the connectivity, all right? So this is good. And what can you talk about the shelter? The shelter did not have many food stalls that were open, and we ate whatever little we could have. As a result, we were very fatigued. Fatigued means tired, exhausted, with the walking and the lack of food. You see? So the last part says, tired with the walking and the lack of food. So we're talking about walking and moving to the next point. While we wanted to continue toward town, we were forced to rest. Fortunately for us, it was that moment that a trucker offered us a ride. Pretty good. You can see that it's connected, a shelter. They talk about shelter. Fatigue with walking. They're actually moving towards town. Then they were rescued. They got some help from a trucker. So there is a fair bit of connectivity. It's very unified, all right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Look, this is what we were talking about. Develop a paragraph around a major idea. So that's what you need to know this, because later you will be doing some writings, all right? Express this idea in the topic sentence, the first line, all right? Support the main idea with details, examples, up to you. Create separate paragraphs for those details that explore your topic from different perspectives. So if you want to talk about a new point, go to the next paragraph. Eliminate sentences, okay, that you can read. Okay, now, this is what I'm looking at, all right? You guys will be doing this. Describe your favorite possession, right? There is a very good example about a possession. See how it's written. An introduction that talks about what the item is. Describe the physical appearance of the item. So this is what you'll be doing, all right, shortly. Let's look at the example. My favorite possession is a little toy car. It is smaller than a matchbox and made of bright orange plastic. Wow. It has squares for windows, rubber wheels, and a tiny bumper plate. So you look, you're talking about a toy car. You have actually described that car by talking about windows, rubber wheels, bumper plate, etc., etc. All right. So now, if I were to ask you, to write me about your first paragraph, right? Just the introductory paragraph. My favorite possession, both of you, I give you about good 5-6 minutes to do this, and then you guys are going to read that out aloud. Okay, all right, come on, both of you. Your first task for today is describe your favorite possession. It can be anything, all right, whatever you like. Write about 3 to 4 sentences about it, describe it, and let's discuss. All right, go. Good luck, both of you. Okay, all right. Sarabel, it's good that you have actually written it on the chat, but I want you to read that out because English is also about oral conversations, right? So good to see what you have written. Yeah. Okay, well, now not bad, but I want you to read that out. Thank you. All right, Sarabel, can you read out what you have just written? I want to look at your oral. Yeah.
My favorite possession is my medal.
Good.
It is smaller than a sponge and it is silver colored. It has the words Super 24 as part of the medal and my placing engraved with a gold-like color to it.
All right, not bad. You have described. Well done. Pretty good. Let's go to Yuliam. Yuliam, come on.
My first toy that I received was a Nerf gun. It is made out of plastic and rubber for the bullets. I spent a lot of time with it and I'm happy that I'm owner of this toy.
All right, not bad. Yeah. Okay, pretty good. Both of you, your introduction is pretty fine. Okay, so you actually talk about the item, what the item was, and you did describe the item. Okay, good, not bad. Let's go to the second part. Okay. Unity in paragraphing. So let's move on to the next paragraph. If you look at what you see on the screen, just spend a few minutes reading this. And I want you to do something similar to your prized possession, all right? Your favorite possession, all right? So look at what is written, how they have unified. At first glance, it may seem strange that this humble toy is my favorite possession, given the proliferation of digital gadgets and how many functions they have. Proliferation here means the increase in quantity of gadgets, the rapid increase, all right? So you always get tons of gadgets in the market. So you're always coming up with new stuff. So that's what it means. In comparison, my orange toy car seems bland. Bulb is probably uninteresting and boring, but there's more than meets the eye. That means though it may look boring and uninteresting, but it is packed with something which you actually like, or it has a lot of functions. All right. So may look ordinary, but it is packed with more stuff in it. What is special about it is that it has a pullback motor. So if you pull back your toy, which means that pulling the car backward, winds up an internal spring. There's an internal spring inside. All right. What I love about the car is that the moment you release it, the car springs forward. You see, very interesting. They have supported the main idea of the paragraph with details. Why? Okay, I want you to do something like this for the item you mentioned. All right, just take another 5 minutes. Will be good. All right, so you can use this as a guide. But you guys are doing good. Both of you are doing good. So that's fantastic. Yeah, you guys are progressive, but if you want to do the planning before you start, you could have done something like what you see on the screen. All right. It's more like a mind mapping way of doing things, like branch out. So your favorite possession, where did you get it from? What it is? All right. Firstly, what is it? And then where did you get it from? What do you use it for? What is special about this possession? All right. This is to guide you, but you guys are progressing fine. So in case if you want to be systematic, aid in your planning, you can do what you see on the screen. All right. So the choice is yours, but you guys are looking all right. So let's move on to, okay. You can use this as a guidance, but